from TSN.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, this is the National Football League. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's you guys.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jerry Hughes with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Allen off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. $13 yards remaining on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals set to take over. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
I spiked the wall. What the fuck?
They go play action now. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
I'm confused. But I already had 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Throwing now is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. First down now, but that clock rolling. Allen going to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Allen again. Looking for Beasley. Got him on his slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Why would you do that? It's only the fucking second.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by pass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Uzama.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little quick at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, good, man.
first down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 23-yard run. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On first down, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd and 11 now.
Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To the air. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Burrow on first down. And got his man complete. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 97 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off the play fake. Allen rolling to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Second and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers. But the receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Hughes picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive.
And how about this, a fake? And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
He's losing the ball anyway.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have been an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They can try not to give up bigger plays. You don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit. And you've got a puncher's chance.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
From midfield, here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for one last big drive.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were Denver still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something in the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
They probably just want to put this one behind them.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Second and 10. Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On third and long, it's Allen. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
And a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out. They're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Here's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah
Are you fucking kidding me?
Take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. but I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.